Glenn Howerton reveals why he almost quit Always Sunny after 15 seasons. Exclusive interview. Glenn Howerton almost quit Always Sunny. Shocking exit and the implication explained. Glenn Howerton almost quit It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, here's why. Glenn Howerton reveals why he almost quit Always Sunny after 15 seasons. Exclusive interview. Every great thing has a breaking point, even It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But here's where it gets controversial: one of its key stars almost walked away mid-run. And this is the part most people miss when they praise the gang's unending antics. It's true, sooner or later, the barstool comedians from Patty's Pub will hang up their denim chickens and crazy schemes. Unlike The Simpsons, whose voice actors can be swapped out to keep the show limping along for a century, the real-life ensemble of Sunny can't be endlessly replaced. When time finally calls it quits on the series, it'll be because the cast decides they've taken it as far as they can, and yes, selfishly, I'd love for them to keep rolling into their 80s if they still feel the spark. This year marks the show's 20th anniversary, a feat that simultaneously fills fans with celebration and mild nausea at how fast life speeds by. I first stumbled onto Sunny during my college years. I won't say exactly how many years ago, but you get the picture. To honor that milestone, the cast assembled for a press panel tied to season 17. And that's when Glenn Howerton, the man who plays Dennis Reynolds, dropped a bombshell. 5 seasons ago, he seriously considered quitting. Initially, Glenn's doubts were quietly woven into an episode, because why wouldn't the gang turn a real crisis into another meta joke? He admitted to the crowd that he'd begun to feel boxed in. "I thought maybe we'd peaked," he said, to knowing laughter from his castmates. "I hadn't figured out how to stretch myself or juggle other projects alongside the show. I just felt stuck." In fact, Howerton had been itching for different roles. His turn as the sarcastic, world-weary teacher in AP Bio flew under most viewers' radars but stands out as a prime example of what he could offer outside Patty's Pub. Today, you can see him in the Netflix series Sirens, where he struck a healthier creative balance. He made it clear that he never lost respect for the series that catapulted him to fame, yet he recognized that every show has a lifespan. Reportedly, when he floated the idea of wrapping up Sunny early, his co-creators flat out refused. One of them, yes, Rob McElhenney, now occasionally going by Rob Mac, even teased the audience, saying there were countless moments when Glenn tried to bow out, but the writers just wouldn't let him. They kept weaving Dennis into the storyline until Howerton relented. Years later, he's still front and center in a show that, to many fans' delight, seems to get stronger with each season. The writing remains sharp, the characters as delightfully twisted as ever, and the antics feel inventive instead of tired. In my opinion, as long as the cast is on board, Sunny isn't close to overstaying its welcome. So what do you think? Was Glenn right to consider an exit, or should he have stuck it out from day one? Do you believe every long-running series needs an official finale, or is it better to let it fade away naturally? Sound off below. I can't wait to see where this debate goes. Glenn Howerton almost quit Always Sunny. Shocking exit and the implication explained. Imagine this: Glenn Howerton, the man behind the sociopathic Dennis Reynolds in the beloved sitcom It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, once seriously considered walking away from the show. But here's where it gets interesting: his decision hinged on more than just a desire for a break. Howerton, now 49, shared his thoughts during a Paley Live panel celebrating the show's 20th anniversary, alongside his co-stars Charlie Day, Danny DeVito, Rob McElhenney, and Caitlin Olsen. Howerton, who not only acts in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia but also co-created, writes, and produces it, revealed that he had a moment of doubt before season 12 began. He expressed his concern that the show might have reached its peak, given its long-standing run since 2005, now airing on FXX and Hulu. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia follows a group of narcissistic and sociopathic friends who manage a dive bar in Philadelphia. The main characters include Dennis, played by Howerton, his sister Dee, Caitlin Olsen, their father Frank, Danny DeVito, and their buddies Charlie Day, and Mac, Rob McElhenney. Howerton admitted, "I was worried that maybe we had sort of peaked or something. We'd been doing this for a long time, and I was starting to feel a bit boxed in. I wanted to explore other opportunities in my career, but I hadn't figured out how to balance that with the show." This sentiment resonates with many actors who find themselves in long-running series, often questioning how to diversify their roles and experiences. When Howerton confided his concerns to his fellow cast members, they reassured him, "We don't want to end it. Reluctantly, he decided to stay, but with a twist. For seasons 13 and 14, he participated in acting but stepped back from the writer's room. Rob McElhenney humorously noted that there were numerous instances where Howerton attempted to quit, but the team wouldn't let him go, partly due to the iconic Dennis scene where he declares, "It's the implication." In an interview with the New York Post in May, Howerton elaborated on the show's uncertain future. "It's hard to predict. Our feelings about continuing change from season to season. Sometimes we feel exhausted, but other times we're thrilled to keep pushing the boundaries of these wild characters and their chaotic world." Howerton emphasized the importance of taking breaks between seasons to reassess their commitment to the show. "After each season, we step back and evaluate. It's crucial not to make decisions immediately after wrapping up, when we might be burnt out. Taking a few months to recharge helps us decide whether we're still passionate about the project." As of 2025, Howerton expressed optimism about the show's future. "We're still having a blast working together, and there are countless directions we can explore with these characters. We have no plans to stop anytime soon." This statement reflects the enduring appeal of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and the deep bond among its cast. So, what do you think? Could you imagine leaving a role you love after so many years? Or do you believe in the power of a great ensemble to keep a show fresh and exciting indefinitely? Glenn Howerton almost quit It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Here's why. The end of an era, a beloved show's future was once in jeopardy. In a surprising revelation, Glenn Howerton, one of the key players in the iconic sitcom, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, shared his doubts about the show's longevity. After 2 decades and an impressive 17 seasons, it's hard to imagine a world without this hilarious gang on our screens. The show's ensemble, comprising Charlie Day, Glenn Howerton, Rob McElhenney, aka Rob Mac, Caitlin Olsen, and Danny DeVito, has been a tight-knit group. But before season 12, Howerton expressed his concerns. He wanted to ensure the show didn't overstay its welcome. "I was worried we might have peaked," Howerton admitted. "I hadn't figured out how to balance my career ambitions outside the show, and I felt a bit trapped." But here's where it gets controversial. The cast's determination to keep the show going was unwavering. Howerton's departure was not an option for them. "I couldn't stop them," he said. And so, he returned for seasons 13 and 14, but this time, only as an actor, not a writer. During this period, Howerton explored other projects, including The Mindy Project and Fargo. He even took on the lead role in the sitcom, AP Bio, and starred in films like The Hunt and Blackberry. Despite his busy schedule, It's Always Sunny continued, and so did his involvement. Rob McElhenney, the show's creator, revealed, "We just kept writing, and we knew he'd eventually come back." And come back he did. It's Always Sunny is set to release its first 2 episodes of season 17 on July 9th, with an exciting crossover event with another Philly-based sitcom, Abbott Elementary. So, will this be the end of an era, or just a new beginning? What do you think, fans? Should shows know when to call it quits, or is there always room for more? Let's discuss in the comments.